millions of retired 65 plus and disabled individuals face barriers to employment and a lack of work and volunteer opportunities. There's millions of retired and handicapped people in the US and in the world that doesn't have access to work and volunteer. That's why we came up with our startup, Easy Airport. Easy Airport is employee accessibility in the job market. Easy Airport is an app and a website. It connects retired and disabled individuals with a work opportunity, eliminating higher bias in the job market. We are expanding from a national to a global market. Easy Airport utilizes advanced AI to match candidates based on skill and experience, removing age and ability for a fair opportunity. The job is portal designed accessible technology such as screen reads, voice commands, and simplified navigation. Easy Airport promotes remote, part-time, and contract roles tailored to a diverse working needs. Specifically for all candidates. Companies receive training on the best practice for including hiring and workplace adaptability, supporting a culture of diversity. Matches job seekers with accessibility in person or in remote opportunities. AI-driven job matching use AI filtering based on interest, skills, and mobility. Voice chat feature for easy navigation compared to competitors. Personalized resume creation based on personalized inputs. Simplified user-friendly interface for older users and comprehensive work involving in listening, remote and in person.
So many competitors are LinkedIn, Upwork, and TaskRabbit, and as we mentioned in the however, as we mentioned in the previous slides, Easy Ergo is different from these companies because we focus on accessibility of jobs and activities for a niche targeted audience, retirees and disabled people. And we simplify the application for the user by implementing AI and voice tools that facilitate the filtering system, for example, differentiating Easy Ergo from other applications. In 2025, year zero, since it is our development year, our revenue is inferior to the cost of development. However, we estimate that by the end of the first year, our app is on the market, our profit will grow over to $1 million, especially because the marginal cost is zero. Not only is the application used to find jobs for job seekers, but it also lets the employers find workers that are fitting for the jobs, which means the hiring system is different. We will collaborate with the AARP, American Association of Retired Persons, Disability Organization, and Workforce Retraining Programs to continuously simplify our application. Our revenue mainly comes from the premium subscriptions for the user, job posting fees for companies, as well as taking advertisements, which the total becomes $2,250,000 at full verification. As years passes, we will have more users and advertisements, and to maximize profit, we'll reduce expenses by selecting the minimum amount of workers necessary to maintain our business. To start this business, in addition to the financing from the partnerships and grants, we would like $5,000 and $25,000. Thank you. Now we will answer questions.
I can start. So I think that you chose a very good area because that shows that there is a real need for senior and also for people with different kinds of disability. My question is more about how you make your app more accessible to people who actually might have challenges using the app, because you're targeting people in terms of accessibility of the app, but what can you offer to those uses.
So the appeal of our app is like mostly the AI voice chat because we tested other apps and specifically the American Association for Retired Persons job board, and it was pretty complicated to use. So our AI voice chat is very simple to use, and you can just speak into it, talk about your skills, your interests, like what you're looking for work, your mobility. So that can appeal to people who struggle with that, struggle to use technology.
I have a question. So, could you talk a little bit about the projections, the revenue projections, how you came up with that? And then I saw the funding. You guys were looking for, I think, $525,000 for funding. You know, what do you plan to spend that on, or how did you come up with that number as well?
So for the $525,000 we needed to launch the project, the main expenses are definitely the production of the actual app and the AI software, as well as the hiring employees, software engineers that will make the app, as well as additional costs like computers, office space, rent for the office space, and additional things like that don't necessarily that we don't necessarily need to spend money on in future years.
Okay.
And of course, publicity too, for advertising. Yeah.
You also talked about projections.
Yeah, the revenue, yeah.
So we came up with projections based on ad revenue. So we researched how much like sites and apps make with like a certain amount of monthly visitors. So as we get more users, our ad revenue will increase dramatically. And we also, as we get more users, we get more premium subscriptions, which is also one of the main factors in our profit. So those are really the main two ways we are going to generate more money as we get more users.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job describing your project. One quick question also on the revenue. I think I noticed that the main chunk of the revenue comes from the premium subscription. Is that correct? And my question to you is, since you presented your app saying people will actually use the app to find a job, have you provisioned the fact that they may actually churn from the services once they get a job, and so you need to recruit some new ones? Or do you have ways to retain them even though they are currently on a job? Maybe they're still interested in using the app. Have you thought about that?
Or charging the employers, perhaps?
I feel like as our app grows, the more employers will hear about it and they'll post more listings on our app. So that's how we hope to retain employers, and if they have a good experience on our app, like finding good employees, we hope that they continue to stay on the app and continue to hire people for our app.
Just to add on to that, I would say connections within the community or the local scale can definitely keep it going. People know our app.
Okay, and so the premium features are for the companies, recruiters, not for the users. Is that correct? Or did I get that wrong?
Premium features are for the users. It's like a more in-depth resume personalization.
Oh, I see. That's right.
It removes ads and it gives you access to a better AI filtering system with the new work model.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Wonderful job. I love the intention behind it and the need that you've identified. Just from a user experience perspective, you mentioned AI filtering, and I wondered if you had a chance to think about how that would differentiate from traditional filters I assume it would work in matching you to the right opportunities.
It would be a better way of matching you with jobs to suit your skills and mobility needs, especially for the disabled people. And it's just easier to use instead of clicking, going through a giant survey. You could just speak into it. That's more of the appeal for the accessibility.
I see. So you're using natural language to match you. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Ça va, comment on fait? Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Camille. These are my colleagues Lily Rose, Patrick, and Alex. And today we are proud to introduce to you the Helping Hand. According to the World Health Organization, 15 to 20% of the global population are neurodivergent, which is a lot of people. And those people have the same aspirations as you and me. And to work, to contribute, and just to build their future. Yet for the past 2 years, a new technology has emerged. Well, it wasn't new, but AI is developing. While it promises economic growth, and it's also rising in employment. But did you know that neurodivergent individuals are more impacted by this change? According to Anna Global, neurodivergent workers are 30 to 50% more likely to be impacted by AI-driven job displacements compared to the general population. Well, I happen to be neurodivergent myself, and I struggle with ADHD, and I take medications to concentrate, but while like others, don't necessarily have that. Exactly, like I started consuming those medications, but not in every neurodeficiency case can medication work. So every company has neurodivergent workers, whether they know it or not. But unfortunately, in this day and age, most of those neurodivergent workers hold repetitive jobs. And these workers, that makes them the first target to AI replacements. This is where we step in. What if we told you that you can increase your workers' productivity with our tailored interactive program?
So we have a problem, but we also have solutions. Our AI courses reduce the unemployment amount of neurodivergent individuals by offering AI training to their companies, enabling them to adapt and thrive alongside automation. As we provide this, we also provide opportunities. We provide expert guidance through detailed resume and motivational letters for the hiring process. And we also offer the perfect solution for your professional internship. Our main target are 22 to 40-year-old female and male neurodivergents worldwide.
Unlike competitors such as Pôle emploi, Simplo.co, and Open Classrooms, we provide multiple languages for each courses and also internships, which will break down barriers and reach a global audience. We will also teach our neurodivergent employees how to control AI and prevent AI from controlling us in the future. According to the Union France 2024, 40% of neurodivergents are unemployed, which is 2 times more than the general population. We're not just offering a service, we're offering a future where people, all people, everyone can be a part of the work field.
Our business plan. To launch our business, the estimated time that it will take is 3 to 4 months, with cost being 400,000 euros. After these first few months, our annual cost to maintain this business and keep it well and running is 300,000 euros. Right after the end of our first year in France, we will generate 11 million in revenue. And in the future, if we expand to other countries, we will quadruple that amount.
The market size, the market share of this sector today is $3 billion, and it is expected to grow to $17 billion by 2032. We are pioneers in this sector. The market size is estimated to be 500,000 in France and 1.6 million in the US. For our courses, we would do 4 levels with a more advantageous price as the further you go. And our internship would offer our clients a real-life experience and allow them to smoothly integrate the professional world. The individuals would pay for their own courses, and after their course, when they integrate a business, the business would refund 50% of that price. And if we do an estimation with with the average person stopping at stage 3 and 11,000 clients in the first years, we would have 11 million euros in revenue in that first year. For our marketing, we were thinking we could sponsor other associations like these 3 examples that also deal with the same problem. And since they have the neurodivergent people, which is our target audience, they would reach out to us and get to know us better. We would also do advertisements to spread awareness about our business, and we would finally have social media platforms to inform about this business.
So our potential partners will be the European Union, as for also Google and Microsoft, since they're really invested in the AI development. And we will be putting in place platforms to help us fund our company.
Feel free to invest in our project today, and trust me, you will thank us in a couple of years.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. I have actually 2 questions for you. As part of the product itself, because neurodivergence is quite an umbrella term. So how are you going to think about the different types of people, of customers as part of this? And how do you think about the expertise? Who are the experts you are going to build the product with so that it's really impactful and aligned with the needs of users?
We have done some research in our costs to launch our business, and we have found that to hire people, professionals about AI, but also professional programmers for the app and website we would create for the courses. And so we have searched how much it would cost and how much time it would take. And so that was 3 to 4 months with about $400,000 as a first cost for the first 3 to 4 months. So yeah, and we would hire those professionals to launch the business.
We would have 4 programmers and 1 programmer that would really be know about AI and take care of the courses.
Thinking also about the expertise in terms of psychology, all these aspects are also related to these profiles. Did you think about collaborating with them?
Oh yeah, we did some research and we included the price in our presentation. We are going to hire psychologists to go on site and talk with the neurodivergent and personalize their needs.
Who else I'd like to invest in this?
Oh.
I'm actually but great job.
Thank you.
So I see you're starting in France. Any reason but the market size is bigger in the US. So maybe you could help us understand why we chose France to start.
Well, why we chose France is we thought that because there are more services for people in France, usually it's more like the government pays for the insurance. And so there's this rule called CPF, and this formation, it's hours that of a work that someone, if an individual works, they have an amount of hours to work, and those hours are going to be added up, and it's called CPF for their personal formation, and this formation can help them get a free formation. I don't know how to explain it very well, but these kind of hours that you get from working helps you get a free formation. And sorry, this was not very well explained, but in France there's that, and we thought that was very beneficial for anyone who doesn't have an employer, they're not employed, so it would help them.
And also in France, there's actually an official law that it's mandatory to have at least 6% of your workforce as a business that is neurodivergent. So they would be obliged to actually hire these people, and we would form them. And so that's why we chose France, especially because they have that law. And then we would spread internationally after we gained their trust. Because we also did the research for the US and the pricing in the US, but it was also way more expensive and a bigger scale. So we wanted to start it in France and then reach out internationally.
Yeah, and this equals to at least 20 people neurodivergent in each of them.
And because you got a little see as well.
Yeah.
Excellent job with the, especially the target group and the identification of the problem. Can you go back to the pricing and the slide? My question is about the pricing. Like you projected that if someone gets a package of 10 courses, it would be like $1,000, €1,000 or something like that. So in that case, how do you protect your intellectual property that someone else doesn't create something with a much cheaper price? Your price seems to be very high compared to the development cost. Like with 400,000 euros, you can build it, and you project that in the first year you are going to make 11 million euros. So that 1,000 euro for 10 advanced courses, another competitor can build that, can copy your material, change it a little bit, and offer it for a fraction of that. How do you protect your business from that kind of competition?
So first of all, the price is actually 1.3K for all four.
The whole package.
It's just like the price is if you take that one plus the ones before too. So it's not individually.
So for example, 750 is for the beginner courses and the intermediate courses, and 1,000 is for the 3, and then 1,300 is for the 4, the whole package.
And we would protect the like the whole idea with there's also the I don't know how you say it,
the droit d'auteur, the copyright, yes.
Yeah.
Is this human delivered, or is that a video, online video courses?
It's an application. Yes, application.
Online, and it's like
It's
Duolingo.
a website and an application.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
So I mean, the time is done. So thank you so much.
Okay.
Do you ever what is that? You feel left out of your culture.
So, hi everyone, my name is Lily Rose.
And my name is Mohammed.
Today, we would like to present to you our startup project. It will be an application called Heritage Kitchen. And with that, we have a logo, this one, and a slogan, food is the language of culture. We want this application to be created because 34% of Americans say that they feel too distant from their culture. Responding to this problem, how can we become closer to our culture?
Our target audience for our product is middle class and upper class people, specifically first, second, or even third generation immigrants who live in Los Angeles and feel excluded or too distant from their culture. We'll also try to reach people who are curious and open to new cultures. Our company will buy these extraordinary and simple ingredients for the meal from our vendors, and they will be packaged and delivered directly to the client or customer.
For example, if I want sushi, well, we need seaweed, rice, salmon, and rice wine. But rice wine is very hard to find in Costco or Target or something. So it will be easy with our application to buy all of these elements just in one package and delivery at home.
How it works. Our app will make each user take a personal survey on their origin, and with the information gathered, it will provide them with meal kits from their culture with a background story on that meal. It also provides the user with a map on the world, as you can see here, with each country that has a meal kit marked on the map with a waypoint. We will also allow each user to communicate with each other to discuss new cultures or learn about their own culture. Communication or marketing, we would promote our business in culture or food events in Los Angeles, for example, Los Angeles Food and Wine Festival. We could also create a social media account to promote a business, which would cost like no money. And we could also have influencers promote our products or review them on their platforms. Future collaboration. We will collaborate with different delivery companies like FedEx so they could deliver the ingredients directly to us and ship them out directly to our clients. We'll have multiple partnerships with different cultural stores that will send exquisite ingredients from their culture, which are difficult to find in the US, which will also gain us more customers since the client wouldn't have to go searching for these items or even have to shop at all. We will have multiple partnerships with different cultural stores that will send, we will also have different sponsorships with famous social media influencers who are experts in cooking and food.
Our competitors are, for example, Cook, Greenchef, HelloFresh, but we are different because we are specialized in international food, and you don't need to make a short list because you just need to choose a recipe and the list will be made for you. You can, and moreover, you can chat with other people. Our competition is comprised of local shops, but we provide delivery services and our customers aren't required to search as much for certain products. Source of revenue. We offer a subscription of $17.99 per month. It will like an Amazon Prime subscription, so the price of the kits will be cheaper and delivery faster than without subscription. We'll make the kits with subscription at $35 on average and $45 without subscription. The kits are made for one person, but you will have the means to order for more if you want. Our goal would be to sell 1,000 kits per month at the end of the first year and 5,000 at the end of the second year.
The cost for a company, so the fixed costs are $42,500, with the variable costs $7,230 per month. And for the workers, since we're just starting as a startup business, we'll have 3 workers, but in the future, we would hope to have at least 10 workers.
So if we manage to arouse your interest in our business project, we will need about $130,000 to start our project. Thank you very much for your attention. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, love the presentation and of the little prototype too. Just curious, so is this a home delivery service? Okay, and then how, because how does this differentiate from, say, ordering your food from a traditional restaurant that serves your cultural food?
For example, I'm French, and at Noël, we want to do poulet au vin jaune et au mori. Mori is mushroom, and it's very hard to find this in some supermarkets. So here, you just need to tell a French swipe. Oh, poulet au vin jaune et au mori. Perfect. Click, and it will be.
So things that are
yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Sorry. Same way. Very interested in the idea of associating culture and food. I think that's very smart and powerful. And my question is, how do you source your products from all over the world? You have to bring them from the world. You find them in the United States. What's your
So basically, there's a lot of laws that we have to do to import the products. So we'll be making collaborations with different local shops in America or Los Angeles, since it's because that's where we're situated, and it's a very diverse and cultural city, you could say. And there's very many different shops that are scattered around. So we'll collaborate with those shops that already have the imported products, and for example, the delivery companies that we're also collaborating with, they'll deliver those products to us and we'll package them.
Thank you.
Do you think you'll have to spend a lot on marketing or getting users?
Basically, since with this new generation, I feel like it's very easy to find clients with little to no money. I guess we can make a social media account which is free, and we'll promote that, which is also free, I guess. But also, if we would sponsor like big users on those platforms, it's not very much money. For example, we could also sponsor users that have like around 100,000 followers, and it's been shown that they will sponsor us for like $100, $200, rather than promoting it on billboards for thousands of dollars.
Thank you for this presentation. And one of my questions is, are you going to leverage or not really the community aspect? You said users can chat with each other, but we know that food culture and part of the diversity is also addressed what everybody can give tips to each other, education regarding how to cook, to reconnect with this cultural aspect. Is it something that will be really part of the application or not so much?
Yes. For example, I have friends that are from the same country as me, but they weren't taught the same culture, and they feel nervous going around the people from the same culture and opening themselves up to them to learn about. So with the aspect of our app, the person would feel more freely to communicate with each other, since it's not face-to-face contact rather than typing on the phone. And the user could be situated anywhere.
Yeah, thank you. I love the idea. I hope to actually build it. And where is the third collaborator? You had another person in your team.
They couldn't make it today. We were unsafe.
That's it. So my question is about the pricing. You said $35 per kit, right? Is that the cost of the kit with the material in it, or is it just your markup? Because that would be very different.
For example, meat or saffron, it's it's very, very expensive, and it's just an average. But I think the kit will be in $20 or $50 max.
So I think it would be helpful for the next iteration. You also show how much profit you make out of that $35. Like, is it $5 profit, and then you multiply it by the number of kits that you are selling.
Okay.
Right, just a precision on the kits. I'm not sure I understood. These are actually coming as meals that are prepared, or these are kits with the ingredients, and then you actually have to cook by yourself.
This is the goal of the application. We give you the ingredients, and you need to cook.
Oh, all right.
It comes with a recipe and a QR code for a video of somebody from that culture creating the food, also to simplify it in me.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dominic. This is Matthias, Bella, and Soleil, and welcome to Fluent Finance, where we provide finance for foreigners, helping immigrants build financial confidence and independence.
Financial illiteracy has cost Americans an estimated $388 billion a year. Many of the 50 million immigrants who have come to the U.S. have dreamt of financial success, yet lack of knowledge about finance has often held them back. Without this understanding, we exclude them from the same economic prosperity.
That's where Fluent Finance comes in, helping immigrants with credit building, budgeting, taxes, and investment basics. We also provide fundamental math for those who need it. This isn't just an app. This is a path to self-reliance and financial security.
Of the few apps that do exist to aid financial fluency, only some offer tax preparation, and others handle their users' money without offering any education whatsoever. Our app is unique because we offer a variety of financial services, but also courses that allow users to become independent and confident rather than doing the work for them.
Here's a prototype of our app. Here we can see the homepage with all the basic functions, as well as articles that we provide about finance. This is the introductory course, where we can obviously start the lesson, as well as see a description of all the subjects that this course goes over. And lastly, we have the settings page, where you can change the language so that you learn the language you're more comfortable in. You can prove that you're familiar with certain concepts and therefore get ahead. And you can also learn about the credibility of our articles.
Our rollout will come down to 4 phases. The first one consists of partnering with NGOs such as RACES to demonstrate the usefulness of the product, but also to test and refine the app. The second one is targeted marketing towards high-density immigrant zones, such as bus stops, airports, and border controls. The third phase is partnerships with banks to show their customers how to bank, invest, and save with confidence. Once we gain traction, only then we will expand globally.
Here's our simple pricing with a free plan, including ads, which provides a revenue stream, and then the premium plan with the listed prices, offering a weekly article written by financial experts on stock market evolution, house pricing and details, as well as global economic issues and general financial knowledge.
The estimated cost to produce this product will be around $300,000. And these are the specifics, as we can see here. Now, if we were being very modest, we projected that out of the 50 million immigrants that are in the US, around 1% of them will be users of our product, which total up to around 500,000 people. With this in mind, we projected that around 20% of these immigrants will pay for the Fluent Pass, which will total up to around $100,000 per month. In addition to the $5 for every 5 minutes in ads for only the free version, we estimate that this will come up to around $150,000 per month. But keep in mind, this is excluding any Native American users that plan to use this app for their personal benefits.
To retain our users, we'll implement, first off, exclusive content. This includes things like financial articles and expert insights written by finance pros. Next up is gamification, and this is all things streaks, referral rewards, and time-limited content. Next up is diverse representation. As a company, we are aware that immigrants are coming in from all over the world. To reflect this, our advertisement will try to be as inclusive as possible to make sure that they feel represented by our company. Next up, we'll be partnering with embassies to get them to refer us to them to build a safe user-company relationship. Finally, we will be making our app a personalized experience. This includes things like push notifications, raffles, and username greetings, but also math equivalency in the country of origin, multiple languages, and feedback.
To immigrants, trust is important, which is why we partner with NGOs, government embassies, and banks to introduce our product through a reliable source. NGOs and government embassies would benefit off of immigrants donating some of their newfound wealth back to these underfunded organizations. On the other hand, banks would benefit not only by having more customers, but also by proving to their new customers that they're reliable and trustworthy and aren't intending to scam them. This small detail highlights an important value for immigrants, trustworthiness.
All of the competition does all the work for these guys, but Fluent Finance teaches them how to do it themselves, fostering independence, confidence, and long-term financial success. We're not just offering a service, we're building a movement. Thank you.
Can we go back to the slide with the book? Yes, here. Can you have more information regarding the duration, how many sessions? Is there any flexibility also regarding the different organizations you're going to need to collaborate with, or is it going to be something quite standard? Some more information regarding that.
So it's going to be something quite standard. Obviously, the time to complete this course varies with the learning abilities of different people, different ages. This could also be available to young people as well. And then older people who already might have knowledge of certain things, so they'll be able to skip through lessons. So the time really depends for everyone, and it's just really a base of finances. So these are the main lessons that won't really vary upon different people.
Congratulations on the presentation, love the energy, love the vision as well. My question for you is, have you considered, are you sure that the population you're targeting is able to pay for a subscription in financial services? And have you considered that you could potentially get other people paying for the service, like, you know, people like providing financial services to that community? Is that something that you thought about in the business model?
Yeah, we've thought about that. Let me go back to the pricing slide. So yeah, the $7 a month and the $15 a month package, we believe that even though they have to pay for this, we believe that this is a small cost for the amount of information that they're gaining. Because as we've said before, we are one of the few companies that are teaching these immigrants how to learn how to manage their finances, while others, they just do it for them. And we want them to be more independent. So we believe that these prices, although they might be costly to some, it's worth the amount of information that they're gaining from this app.
And in terms of working with other companies, we thought that working with like investment companies like Schwab, for example, and banks, they'd be really interested in working with us because it really creates that trust issue that a lot of immigrants seem to have coming to the US, with a lot of exploiters that just use them for their money, while these companies, if they refer them to us, they will ensure that trust between themselves and many customers.
Oh, great presentation, and I love the name. It has a nice ring to it.
Thank you.
So have you thought about the younger crowd? I think you mentioned younger people can use it too, but what about partnering with schools? Maybe some schools have grant money or that can allocate some of the students. What do you think about that?
So in terms of partnering with schools, we would need some sort of licensing as well, like to work with education. So that was just one of the issues that we really had to focus our project around, licensing. Like, we can't specifically give financial advice, obviously, to like invest, for example. And then, so we just thought that licensing was going to be a general problem with this project. So that's why we kind of avoided specifically working with educational systems. But obviously our app is free to download for anyone. It's available on it will hopefully be available on major Play stores. So anyone can download it and use it.
Yeah, wonderful presentation, great energy as well. So I just want to understand, so it sounds like part of the main value proposition is the access that you'd be providing to this population, and the marketing and targeting this population. But in terms of the content itself, is there content that is unique to and relevant to this population?
Yeah, so one of the things that came up was, for example, at our school, a lot of the kids are learning math in French. So the school provided a class called SAT US Math, where they provided sort of translations between French and American math. And I mentioned this very briefly when I was speaking, but we're planning to have something similar to that, specific to immigrants, because a lot of them aren't going to be familiar with certain aspects of math of American math, which is also a reason why it's one of the lessons in our app.
And then also being at the Lycée Français here, we have many teachers that are immigrants and that have like specific visas that working here. So we were thinking of maybe providing specific like file taxing knowledge for different types of visas.
Hello, my name is William Wells.
Jean,
and we are the founders of Synchros. Now, we have identified a major problem. Currently, there are over 1.4 billion people worldwide with high-end GPUs that sit idle for over 20 hours per day. This is an invaluable waste of resource for universities, research institutes, and companies trying to develop their own AI large language models. Currently, access to affordable high-end GPUs is limited, forcing companies to compromise on their AI quality and speed, hindering their full potential. Businesses, particularly in developing regions, struggle with high computing costs for AI, which significantly hinders their ability to innovate and scale. The average cost for developing an AI large language model is currently sitting at about $50,000 to $100,000 per. Businesses in underdeveloped companies struggle with cloud services, outdated GPUs, and high entry barriers, restricting their access to advanced AI and limiting their growth potential. We act as the middleman. We are currently acting as the middleman, connecting global GPU suppliers with businesses needing computing power. Customers provide the funds, and suppliers provide the resources. Our platform will offer flexible revenue options for businesses, including tiered subscriptions and a pay-per-use model. We'll collaborate with universities, tech companies like NVIDIA and Y Combinator, and platforms to expand access, build a user community, and integrate into existing ecosystems. Currently, existing cloud services such as AWS, Google Cloud, and Azure exist, but they have limitations. They have high costs, outdated GPUs, and centralized systems. They often make AI machine learning development technology unaffordable or inconvenient for smaller businesses and for startups.
Unlike AWS, which is unavailable to many, our platform is designed for emerging markets and women and minority-owned businesses, which sums up to over 15 million businesses. With lower cost, a decentralized model, and greater reliability, we provide scalable AI resources without the dependency on a single provider. As of 2024, more than 6 in 10 large companies worldwide are using AI. The demand for affordable computer is skyrocketing. Emerging markets, especially in Latin America, are embracing AI. In fact, 86% of Latino small business owners already use AI in their operations. But access to powerful computing resources remains a challenge. Until now, our platform provides affordable, scalable GPU power for startups and minority-owned businesses, fueling AI innovation without the high cost. Our marketing strategy focuses in California, home to the largest minority group, using billboards in cultural districts and promotions at cultural food restaurants to engage diverse communities. In terms of marketing for providers, there are over 1.8 billion gamers with high-quality GPUs. Our program will leverage these computers to drive the custom AI models. We'll reach providers through sponsoring live streamers and YouTubers, while driving the global growth, especially in Latin America, via social media, radio, and TV. AI development shouldn't be out of reach for those in underdeveloped countries. So our platform delivers GPU power for AI at a third of the cost of AWS or Google Cloud, making a high-end computing system affordable for those in startups. With flexible, ecologic, and scalable resources, we help businesses grow without long-term commitments or high upfront costs. We're committed to empowering minority and women-owned businesses, fostering diversity and inclusion in AI. And with reliable and always available computing power, we're ready to support your business wherever you are.
Our platform makes it easy to use decentralized GPU to a simple interface, powerful or API. It allows AI and machine learning project grow. We use blockchain for transparency, cloud technology for flexibility, and GPU emulation for better performance. Security is important to us, so we use encryption, secure logins, and follow data protection rules. As your business expands, our platform grows with you, supporting AI and large language model development. Our successful tests, early users, and strong partnerships show our value. Helping businesses save money, scale quickly, and improve AI with precising strong security and a focus on trust. We make AI development easier.
I bet that everyone used AI for their presentations. So by bridging the gap between GPU suppliers and the businesses, we will help empower innovation across industries, allowing companies to develop, scale, and compete in global AI markets. We invite you to join us in the journey to make AI development more accessible, affordable, and inclusive for all. For inquiries, partnerships, or to learn more about our platform, you could reach out to us here. Thank you so much.
Yes, excellent presentation.
Thank you.
That's an amazing idea that taps into untapped resources and bring it to a large language model developer. So I have a couple of questions. So imagine I'm a gamer. I have a powerful system that I want to rent it and make it useful. How much am I going to be paid per hour of use of my GPU? So that's one of my first question. Second is that for your marketing, you mentioned use of billboards. Imagine I am that minority business owner. How likely and how likely is it that I want to build a large language model and I see that on the billboard? Like, what other channels do you think are more effective to reach your customers that want to use this? Those are very expensive, and 99.9% of people who see that they may not actually use be your customer.
All right. So if I'm renting out my GPU, it would really depend on the GPU itself. Most GPUs, I'll estimate the average one to be about a 3070 Ti from NVIDIA. We might pay them about 40 cents per hour, but honestly, overnight, leaving that overnight, that will generate money over time, and it's pretty profitable. And it pays back for the electricity used overnight. Now, if someone has a higher end GPU, say a 4090 from NVIDIA, they might be paid substantially more, maybe 65 cents per hour, since they are in high demand. It really will depend on the market and what people are looking for. And for the advertisement.
So for advertisement, when I brought up billboards, I'm specifically talking about in cultural districts. And in this, like in LA, it'd be like an example, Koreatown. And yes, most of the time when people do pass billboards, they ignore it. It's not, it doesn't really concern them most of the time. But then we also have social media. We brought up TV, radio, and specifically cultural restaurants. So, everyone has their own cultural restaurant. They know where it is and they know where to locate it. And if they see a poster or something that concerns them, something they want to make something that motivates them, I think they will take the time to do so.
Thank you.
I missed something. I really like the presentation as well. There's one new fear. Are you actually buying GPUs from NVIDIA, or are you actually sourcing and crowdsourcing people and bringing like a marketplace?
Yes, we're crowdsourcing. Yes, we're completely crowdsourcing. We are advertising to people with higher end GPUs. And the main market that we were thinking about was people who play video games and gamers, since they tend to buy more powerful GPUs. And if we are able to advertise to them through YouTube or say live streaming, we believe that their GPU computing power would drastically help us.
So they make money as well, and you take a cut.
We take a share, yes.
I love the creativity. I just wanted you to speak a little bit more about scalability and security. If you don't own the assets and your business grows, how will you scale over time? And then if you also don't own the assets, tell me more about the security part.
So basically, in terms of scalability, it's all going to just depend on markets. We're not going to have any like physical GPUs that we own. It's going to be completely software based. So as more people use our service, this would hopefully entice more suppliers, more suppliers and more people looking to use our service, pay for it. So it should grow exponentially like that. And for security, Okay, so for security as well, we're going to be using encryption, and we are going to be encrypting all the data that goes to and from the computers that are all the gamers' computers, so that they're not able to tamper with or mess with the information that's sent back. This will ensure safety, and it will also ensure that it is fluid and efficient. Yes.
I hope that's a real telephone number, because you're going to have a lot of investors call you.
It is.
Just two quick questions. What does Synchronous mean, the name?
So we didn't necessarily have a definition for what the name was, because we found many, but they never really called to us. So we kind of saw about computers, AIs, and syncing. And we just try to come up with the most creative thing we could, and it's the first thing I could really catch.
We thought about how all the computers working together, all these gamers' computers, they all work together towards like a common goal. They're all synchronized, and that helped us come up with our name.
The second question is, why doesn't someone else do this? Or could someone else do this, and how do you defend against that?
well, people have tried. There has been like other markets. One of them was called Baldi, in fact. They had a similar goal. The one problem was that their market wasn't narrow enough. They weren't calling to specific people, and they were kind of, how would I say, they weren't trying to implement the AI. They were mostly just doing it worldwide, and they did not provide as strong GPUs, or they were kind of very old and mostly that. We're doing kind of.
Yes, they were doing good, and they still are doing somewhat good, but they were really struggling to find a target audience that was too vague. And another big issue with them that we kind of found out is their advertising. They never really spent anything at advertising, which resulted in few people ever hearing about them.
Good afternoon. Today, we are going to be presenting our strategic plan, which will outline how we're tackling a significant challenge in the market. Here is what we will cover. First, we'll introduce the team. Then we'll highlight the problem we're addressing. Following that, we will talk about the market. After that, we will talk about our target audience. Next, we'll dive into our solutions. And finally, we'll share our business plan. My name is Zoe, and here are my colleagues.
Aya,
Lily,
Juliana.
In 2025, women are highly underrepresented in STEM higher education. Only 21.3% have a bachelor's degree in computer sciences. 22% have a degree in engineering and engineering tech. And lastly, 39% have a degree in physical sciences. Our problem here is the gender discrimination in STEM higher education in the US.
The market is offering solutions for women of all ages. However, they're not providing tailored solutions for young women in our demographic. Our app, SheSTEM, will specifically help American young women aged 15 to 23 years old, identified with high potential in STEM.
Our mission is to recognize potential and empower our young female students through their studies to achieve success in STEM. We hope to collaborate with large tech companies as well as partner with mentors and college coaches to offer a personalized experience that will grow with our users. Now for the business. In the SheSTEM app, we offer 2 subscriptions plans that suit your need. The basic subscription at $250 a month includes 4 one-hour sessions, email support between sessions, progress tracking, standard learning materials, and monthly check-ins. The premium subscription, which saves $600 compared to the basic subscription, priced at $3,950 annually with the first month free, includes 8 one-hour sessions per month, in total 96 sessions a year. It includes priority email and messaging support, advanced progress tracking, a personalized plan, exclusive materials, weekly check-ins with feedback, and a discount rate for any additional sessions you need. For marketing and communication, we will use social media platforms such as these 3 to advertise for our product. Our company ambassadors will attend school events, conferences, and seminar meetings to communicate our message to the market and reach our target demographic consumers. Here are 3 examples of events in the greater Los Angeles area hosted specifically for our cause. For sales, we will use 2 types of sales, direct sales and online sales. Our direct sales will consist of in-person subscriptions at these events and forums, as well as online sales, which consists of in-app purchases at the App Store and Play Store, as well as our SheSTEM website and our partners' websites.
We will partner with influencer programs as well with tech company brands as like Apple, and also with the departments of education.
The financial plan. Finally, we are planning on asking $6,250 per month. That will be in total $75,000 per year.
With SheSTEM, we can do this together. Thank you.
thank you for your presentation. It was very nice. I wonder what kind of guarantees and promises do you give to the users, either users or the parents of you? Like, what are they getting in return, or what guarantees they have in terms of success?
No matter what subscription you sign up for, you're still going to get a one-on-one personalized experience. Even if you don't have a direct college coach that is helping and tracking your progress, you will still have our chat box and our scanning technology to help you personalize your activities based on where you are in the learning process and push you towards a more advanced curriculum.
Thank you for this question, and thank you for your presentation. What kind of data are you bringing together in order to provide the appropriate services requested by the users? So you mentioned the coach. What are the different resources you're going to have to build the product?
We are planning on also using AI for certain elements of our app, such as the scanning and the chat box.
Great presentation. Love the name. It's really nice alliteration you're doing. So maybe you just help me understand who pays for this? I might have missed that. That's the first question. And the second one is, who are the competitors? What's the competitive landscape?
This money, we're planning on getting an overseas contract so that we can outsource the production of our app instead of having our tech developers based here, as well as all the expensive equipment that goes into producing an app. We are planning on outsourcing it so that we can ask for a contract from a large tech company and they can deal with the production of the app.
Who's going to pay for it? Is it the students who pay for it, or the school?
No, the tech company that we asked the money for.
Like the parents.
In the subscription, yeah, it's mostly going to be the parents, but we also have until 23 years old, so that's going to be the students themselves.
And competitors?
There's an app called a STEAM app. The difference between the app and us is that we have mentors face to face with users, so they can learn, they can improve their skills, and the mentors are giving them activities, and also they're giving examples so they can improve their skills.
Why do you think this problem exists?
This problem, like Zoe said, is due to a cultural bias in this country, which prevents young girls from pushing themselves towards these more challenging careers, and as well as just a gender discrimination in this country, which holds back women in these fields.
So this app would be a way to support really your target goal in this area, and for the parents and for the students together to find their way. Yes.
Who designed the logo?
Thank you. One last question. Okay, thank you.